Good morning and welcome back to another Slay the Spire video. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. And I probably shouldn't talk too loud because there's a cat napping next to me. You can see those eyes open a little bit. Oh my god, she's having a little whisker twitch dream. Adorable. Much like the Watcher. That's a segue. Now we're playing the game. 6 max HP, remove a card, transform 2 cards, or trade out for a boss relic. Well, I don't like removing cards or transforming cards because we need those strikes for Gremlin Knot. 6 max HP is good, but I generally like to trade out for a boss relic on Watcher because the Watcher starting relic is not great. Looks like the best route is pretty clearly this one. That's the only way to get 3 fights before the first elite. If one of these was 250 gold, then it would be this route, but, or I suppose this route's better, but it's not. Plus those only have 2 fights. Not ideal. If we get here and one of these question marks was a fight, maybe we go through the shop. We get an extra fire before the first elite, and an extra fire after. So that would be nice, but it does require us to go through the shop, which is a bit of a waste. But the shop is a lot less dangerous than a hard pool fight and then an elite, so good chance we'll end up going through that. Okay, so let's trade it out. Alright, looks like we're going to be a stance-changing deck if we can. So looking for Flurry of Blows and Tantrum, Empty Fist, all that good stuff. Well, this fight has rolled out very poorly for me. I guess we'll just block here. 4. Hopefully we get him with the Wrath next turn. No. Well, dang, we're really getting taken to court by this Jawworm. He's got some opinions. Luckily, he did give us a flex spot for our trouble. Floor 1 pressure points makes you think a little bit. Could do pressure points. Pressure points stance deck? I don't know. I don't really see it. Hey, good morning, Kieran. How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. I think we just take the Sash Whip. Wave of the Hand is obviously great, but we need to be picking attacks because we need to go fight elites. We're not currently ready for it, as Jawworm so eloquently demonstrated. So take Sash Whip. Maybe we should take the 3-fight route and then go to the store. That way we get to the store with more money. We really do want these fires, especially since Jawworm took so much health. So I think we'll take the 3 guaranteed fights. Good morning, Unbuzzed Bee. Do I use the Epic Game Store? I have an account. I have not put up a game on the Epic Game Store, if that's what you're asking. But it's probably not what you're asking. Yeah, I get my free games. I'm not like a big Fortnite player or anything, but that's how I bought Manifold Garden. Ooh, really tough choice here. Talk to the Hand versus Tantrum. I mean, it's got to be Talk to the Hand, right? But also, Tantrum with a Violet Lotus? That is very exciting. Boss is Slime Boss. Slime Boss says, pick Tantrum. I don't want to pick Tantrum. I want to pick Talk to the Hand. Act 1 elites also say pick Tantrum. Talk to the Hand is pretty useless against sentries. Tantrum is better against whatchamacallem, Lagavulin. We have a Flex Pot. Everything says pick Tantrum, but I want to pick Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand is like way better against the heart. I don't think I can safely download a game during stream, but I'll buy GTA 5. I already own it on PS3 since forever, but it's funny that that's free now. They've put so much money into their free games. Really just spreading that Fortnite wealth around. I appreciate it as a game developer. Did anybody see the demo for UE5? Holy crap! I mean, it's a tech demo, but like, what a crazy world. I feel like I'm forced to pick Tantrum. But I don't want to pick Talk to the Hand. I'm really torn. Alright, let's pick Tantrum. Boo. Boo Tantrum. Is this lethal? 9 plus 24? No. I'll just hold it then. We have Eruption next turn, maybe that's lethal. So we got Eruption and then all 3 of these. And we still have 1 energy left over. So we got 9 plus 16 is 25, plus 24 is 49. Seems lethal. I know, right? Tantrum's so good, but like, oh man, I wish I could have taken the Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand, I love Talk to the Hand. Probably have to take a Consecrate, right? I don't think I can stop picking attacks yet. Consecrate's decent. It's not really what you want, but you don't have consistently available AoE as Watcher. Consecrate is one of the few AoE options. So we'll grab it. The Wreath of Flame plus Tantrum is a thing. I think we're going to try this at least once. Yeah, I think I'll try it again. Okay. Anchor. Very well. Rushdown, we're going to be we're planning on entering Wrath a lot. There's Conclude, the much better AoE card that isn't always available. We can afford Conclude Third Eye. We can actually afford Conclude Empty Body too. Empty Body gets us out of Wrath. We need some stance changing stuff because we've got Violet Lotus. Conclude Empty Body is sort of taking the best thing from the store and the thing that combos with our relics, which makes a lot of sense. Other plans we could do is like card remove, I guess. We have full potion slots, we can't afford any of the relics. Rushdown, I guess, is an option. Third Eye. Yeah, it's going to be Conclude and Empty Body. It's really efficient too, left with only 3 Spire Bucks. We'll go ahead and heal for this fight. It's definitely possible to lose it. There's a campsite after it, and we've got some pretty good potions. It's probably not actually possible to lose it. We've got another fire before the other elite too. I think we can go low here if we've got an upgrade we really want. Probably best upgrade is Tantrum. If we had like a Empty Fist, I'd upgrade that, but I think maybe we're gonna try and get a card to upgrade from this elite. This pays off poorly if we get like a health relic, because then we would have gotten more healing after the fight. But I think it's more likely that we get a card that we want to upgrade than it is we get a health relic. Okay, it's Gremlin Numb. Alright, I think we're going to fearlessly enter Tantrum here. I think we're actually going to restart so we get the flex spot there too. Alright, you remove Gremlin Numb. Here, 5 health. Good fight. Well, Blue Candle certainly isn't a health relic. Halt is probably the pick here. We have a Tantrum, so we have lots of ways of entering Wrath. Halt will be our second defensive card. It's a little bit more pickable now that we've fought Gremlin Nub. Okay. Alright, well now we have to take an upgrade. Sashup's got a pretty good upgrade. Tantrum, obviously. Consecrate and Conclude both have decent upgrades. Maybe it's Conclude? It looks like we're probably getting 2 upgrades before the next Elite. So it's probably Tantrum and Conclude. Maybe it's Sashwhip Conclude. I guess Conclude's better than Tantrum, so we'll pick Conclude now. Ooh, it's a big chest. 1 plate. Okay. There's no way we go to the store over the fire. That's silly. So Tantrum upgrade is great. Like when I had the Flex Pot, would have gotten an extra proc out of that. But in the absence of any strength scaling, I think maybe Tantrum Plus is not the pick. Maybe it's Sashwhip. 50% of my fights here are against sentries, though. And Sashwhip is ineffective against sentries. It just gets 2 extra damage. So I think let's take an upgrade that's actually good against sentries and take the Consecrate. It's Loggerby one. Okay, we should wake him up this turn, because next turn we get 14 free block. It's not a great break, but it's something. Okay, we've got Tantrum Empty Body. So let's get a little bit of extra damage out of our Consecrate. I've got Eruption Halt Defend. That would block for 12, 17. Does 9 damage, goes into Wrath for the turn he's not attacking. When we've got Tantrum coming up, yeah, let's do that. Sashwhip actually blocks for 10 here, which is more than Defend blocks for, and it does 16 damage. Get him! Watch, you're so insane. Okay, we're like nominally a stance-changing deck. We take Ragnarok. We've got a Tantrum, so we would jump on any strength scaling. Ragnarok kind of doubles down on that line and says, "Hey, let's pick all the strength scaling." Plus, if Watcher was making pizza, I think Ragnarok is probably the way you'd want to heat up a pizza oven. Just looks like a hot pizza oven. It's hot, you know. I guess, what is happening in this picture? It's so confusing. It's like lightning that turns into rocks that has water falling away from it. Like, at first I thought it was like Moses splitting the Red Sea was kind of the deal, but like now I'm not so sure. Like I don't really understand what the perspective is because the ground goes into the sky, but the water, the horizon is like the border of the card. Very confusing. Protect is a great card. We've taken a couple of defensive cards. We've got Empty Body Halt, so I don't feel like we're really compelled to pick Protect. Oh yeah, Silence definitely got those knife skills, that's for sure. I'm not sure if you really need knife skills to make a pizza though. Having made a pizza, I feel like you're mostly just like grating cheese, and like I guess this pepperoni is sliced, but like I don't feel like humans really slice the pepperoni ever. I guess I could though if I just had a sausage like a cured sausage. I could slice it thin enough to be go on a pizza, and Silent could too. Collect? Is Collect ever the pick? Collect is never the pick. One of these two. Ragnarok is a great way to split Slime Boss. It's a little bit speculative, but let's take it. This heals for 35. We can only heal for 33, or 32 rather. So we're missing out on a little bit of value. So let's go get an upgrade first instead. And I think it's going to be Ragnarok. Ragnarok gets quite a big upgrade. It goes from 25 to 36 damage, and it gets an additional proc if you've got any strength scaling. And if we're planning on breaking Slime Boss with it, it's really important that it does the maximum amount possible. We can't afford Ragnarok Conclude, but if we could, it would probably win us the fight. We can just defend Strike Conclude. That blocks out and does a ton of damage. 16, so they're both, he'd be at 10, he'd be at 8. I guess I'll strike you so that you're in range. Probably they're both in range, but you know, let's make sure. Okay. Wheel Kick. We have some expensive attacks already. We've got Ragnarok plus and Eruption. So I'm not 100% sure Wheel Kick is appropriate. Drawing all those cards. I have yet to experience Wheel Kick being bad, though. It has to happen at some point, but I'm not sure that it ever will. Consecrate and Halt both cost 0 as well. We also have a bit of extra energy from the Violet Lotus, although we've yet to find their Calm Enter. It's definitely something the deck wants. So we can enter and exit and then Wheel Kick. Also, we can Wheel Kick while we're in Wrath mode and then exit. Wheel Kick helps us find stance exits as well. It does draw us into Ragnarok sometimes, and we're probably not able to play both because it's 5 energy. But let's take Wheel Kick anyway. It's just a good card. Gremlin Knob is like, hey, that first fight was way too fast. Let me go again. Okay, Gremlin Knob, fine. This is the last one. Gremlin Knob's like, hey, you cheated. That's way too much damage. And you just block for free? What is this? I thought we were going to have a fair fight. I never said it was going to be a fair fight, Gremlin Knob. You just said you got to go again. Second Tantrum? Halt. Do you ever take a second Tantrum? I feel like one Tantrum in the deck is like somewhere between not enough and too many. Or zero Tantrums is clearly not enough. You like always want a Tantrum. But one Tantrum is like almost always too many. You're like, oh my god. I see Tantrum every turn. So I don't think we ever take a second Tantrum. Second Halt seems good though, since we've got the Tantrum and the like Wheel Kick. Draws me into the halts, then I play Halt. But if I take a second Tantrum, then I can be in Wrath mode while I play Tantrum. And then I can multiply my strength times 6, which is also what Ragnarok does. Yet to find any source of strength, and I might never find one, but it's still a theoretical little combo we've got going. Second Tantrum is just so many Tantrums. That's a lot. That's a lot of Wrath Enters. We've only got one stance exit and a Calm Enter. I don't think I can do a second Tantrum. Alright, I think it's Halt then. We're planning on surviving the first cycle, I think. Actually, we're pretty fast. I was thinking we would plan on surviving the first cycle so that we can set up a big Ragnarok lethal. But maybe we don't need to. I think we can afford to be greedy though, so let's just upgrade the wheel kick. Or eruption, maybe? Maybe we need to upgrade like halt or empty body or something, just to make sure we can survive the first cycle. Maybe Sash Whip. Sash Whip's actually really effective at making sure we survive the first cycle. Alright, let's do that. It's kind of like resting, right? Some extra health. Can we afford to be in Wrath mode during the first cycle? I feel like if we go into Wrath mode, we're sort of committed to killing him before he attacks us. Which means we're probably not setting up very well, so I think we're not going to go into Wrath mode here. The two lines are Strike, Strike, Conclude, or Vigilance, Conclude. I think I like Strike, Strike, Conclude. There's not really any advantage to being in Vigilance next turn, since we're missing Empty Body. I guess we can like Vigilance, Empty Body, and then do Strike, Strike, Conclude if we had like a what is that card called? Ink Bottle. Since Vigilance is getting us 3 energy. But there's no point to that. Alright, here's the turn we have to survive, and we can. Let's see, if we're drawing Ragnarok next turn, do we just play Ragnarok? Does 36 damage, he is at 116, that puts him at 80. If he's at 80 next turn, then we can't play Consecrate, because then that would be, he'd be at 72 and he'd break. So we're just going to double defend here. And we're going to play Ragnarok to set him up for breaking him in the second shuffle. Ragnarok Consecrate, split him down. It seems like this is how we were planning to split him, so I guess we should. Let's see, 36 plus 8 is 44 damage, splits him at 36. We could die next turn if they both attack, and we don't draw Conclude. I think we have to take that chance. I don't think we're getting a better split than this. They are both attacking, and we did not draw Conclude. Crap. How did I mess this up? I guess I should have... Maybe I should have rested, or maybe I should have split him in the first phase? Gee. Alright, we're gonna restart this fight. And I'm gonna try and split him in the first phase, and then I'm gonna concede, because I lost this fight. I took the wrong route, but I'm just curious about whether splitting him in the first phase was appropriate. Okay, so he's at 129, so we have a runway of 54 damage before he splits. This does 32, this does 18, 32 plus 18 is 50. So we do these two and then split him next turn. Yeah, this was clearly the right route, because now we're going to draw like Ragnarok or something. Yeah, this was way better. I could kill them with Ragnarok, but I'm going to let them kill me to maintain the sanctity of the timeline. Eat your Wheaties, kids. Don't skip Tantrum. I don't know why I thought that... I guess what I was hoping for was, like, killing him from Big Slime form. I was hoping to, like, be in Wrath mode when I did the Ragnarok that splits him. But I just didn't set it up well. Okay.